Callie Que with 102.9 The Buzz, everything that rocks. Still here in Columbus, Ohio at Rock on the Range. And it is my pleasure to be sitting here with Mr. John 5 from Rob Zombie. How are you today?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing well. Just staying out of the heat like we were just talking about.
Yes. You want? I just got a Twinkie. You want my Twinkie?
We are now best friends.
Yes.
I just want you to know. He just shared his Twinkie with me, and
yes.
I think I'm in love.
Yes. That sounds weird on the radio.
It does, but weirdly awesome, I believe.
Yes.
What do you think?
Weirdly awesome.
So I have to ask, and I'm sure you get this all the time, but what is it like being a part of, the Rob Zombie band?
It's great. I've played with a ton of people, and it really is a pleasure to be playing with Rob because, I've loved his music. Before I got in the band, I loved White Zombie, and people would ask me, oh, who would you want to play with? And I always said Rob Zombie. So it was great. In the beginning, I was doing this benefits for the tsunami survivors, and Rob was one of the people that was playing this benefit. And they said, oh, Rob Zombie's playing, and I said, oh, I got to play with Rob. And that turned into 7 years later. So it's a great honor to be sharing the stage with him.
Been an experience, I'm sure.
Yes, it has.
So do you have any really good stories that really stick out? I mean, touring and some of the things I'm sure you've gotten to see and be a part of will blow our minds.
Yeah, there is, there's a plethora of stories, but, it depends on what kind of stories. There's all these wonderful experiences of getting to play all over the world and seeing the world and getting up on stage and, experiencing this rush of the crowd and, playing these songs that you wrote. Now the people know the lyrics, and it's just an incredible experience. But then there's also the crazy side too, that people love hearing about. So it's definitely been a wild ride, and I appreciate every day. It's just an honor to be doing what I'm doing. I don't take it for granted, that's for sure.
That's why we like you so much.
Yes.
But anyways, so when you're packing up and getting ready to head out on the road, what is something that you always try to throw in that suitcase or that you gotta have?
That's a great question, because there are some necessities. I play guitar all the time. I'm always playing guitar, so that is kind of like my blanket. When a kid has a security blanket, that's what I have. I'm always, if I'm flying or if I'm even in the car, I have a guitar with me. But I also, what I do before I go to bed, a lot of people, they'll get their pajamas on, or they'll brush their teeth, or they'll masturbate or something like that. I always have to watch I love the Universal horror movies, like Frankenstein, Wolfman, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Invisible Man, The Mummy.
Right.
There's, and it was what I used to do when I was a kid. So I watch that before I go to bed. I don't care where I am in the world. That's what I always do before I go to sleep.
So kind of your nighttime ritual. After you brush your teeth, you got to go watch your movie.
Absolutely. And I watch, like 15, 20 minutes before I get sleepy, and then that's it. But I always do it. Every night.
Every night. So did you do it last night?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
And I have to ask, so on the tour bus, top bunk, bottom bunk, what's your pick when you get to
bottom bunk, right side, and I've always had it. For some reason, I've always had that bunk. It's just kind of comfortable, but it takes a little while to get your bus legs, if you will, because it's like when you're sleeping, when you try to sleep on the bus, you're laying there in your bunk, and right before you go to sleep, it's like someone shakes you because you're, bumping around. But you get used to it after a couple of days, and then, it's the best sleep you'll ever get.
So what's up on the agenda next? What do you have? What else this summer, this fall? What are your plans?
I just finished the score to Rob Zombie's new film, The Lords of Salem. So I'm really happy. Just finished that up. Finished up with Leonard Skinner.
Very nice.
Wrote some songs for them on their next record. Wrote some songs for Rod Stewart, and there's so much. I have an instrumental record that just came out last week called God Told Me To, and now we're on tour with Megadeth, and then, God, it sounds so weird like I'm saying all this stuff, but I guess that's what I'm here.
You're doing it all. That's
it's like
great.
I need to take a nap. It's then after this we start a new zombie record in June. So it's a lot of stuff. Jeez Louise. So this is like a vacation for me, really.
A little mini break before the storm, maybe?
It really is a vacation. I mean, it's like a heavy metal summer camp. You get to run around and see all the bands and all that stuff. It's great.
Yeah. So do you enjoy like the bigger festivals, or do you like traveling around and playing the venues and that sort of thing?
It doesn't really matter to me. As long as I have my blanket, my guitar, you know, I'm happy.
You're good to go.
I love it. You know, I really appreciate it. But my favorite thing is touring in nice weather in the United States because it's all comfortable to me, and that's the truth.
Very nice. I was going to ask, traveling, you've been all over the world.
Yeah.
What some of your favorite stops have been, or places that you've played?
My favorite stops is definitely America, you know, because it's comfortable. You can, like, any time at the night, you can pull over, you can go into a gas station and see all your comfort foods or the things you like, you know, 7-Elevens. But when you're overseas and you're like, oh God, I would, you know, kill for, you know, a bag of Doritos, you know, it's hard because it's, you know, certain countries, everything closes, or it's hard to get things. You can't get a squished Twinkie like that, you know? So it's very difficult.
So nicely shared with me. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, see? Now, if you were in Europe or Japan or Australia or something, you know, that would be like a piece of gold to you in the middle of the night.
Yeah, that would be a very big peace offering, friendship offering right there, Twinkie. So I have to ask you, you're talking about kind of food and like some different things like that. What's your guilty pleasure, fast food-wise, that you like to snack?
You know, I don't eat meat, and you know, this isn't very rock and roll, but I just drink water. I try to eat really well. And there's a place in Los Angeles called Veggie Grill, and oh my God, it's the greatest thing ever.
Is it delicious?
It's the greatest thing ever. I like suck my thumb and dream about it. I love it. It's the best.
What's your favorite thing to get there?
Buffalo wings.
Buffalo wings?
And it's all vegan, and it tastes just like buffalo wings. It's
delicious.
Amazing, yeah.
Great. I'll have to check it out next time I'm out there. Stop by there.
Yeah.
Well, it has been a pleasure talking with you, and definitely cannot wait to see you guys perform tonight.
Oh, it's going to be fun.
Looking forward to it. Thank you so much for stopping in.
Thank you.
Yeah.